viewers, welcome to the show. As always, your host, Chris Honors. And this week, we have my amazing friends who are joining me on the show, Effy and also Rob Kelly, who's a photographer. It's good to see you, my friends. How you all doing?
Very well. Good.
Miss Diamond Cork, how are you, my girl?
I'm very well, Chris. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for coming on the show as always, and we'd love to see you smiling and keep doing what you're doing. And Rob, well done to you. Congratulations. I can't remember the last time I saw you, but you're looking amazing, Rob.
Yeah. Best of felt in a long time, Chris.
Awesome.
I think the last time we saw each other was going back about say probably 4 or 5 years ago even.
Yeah, exactly.
It was at one of your shows in your studio. So that's thank you for having me on today.
Not at all. You're always welcome. Guys, look, if I know you have a journey which you've done before, and I know you're still going through the process. You're really an ambassador for most people who don't feel comfortable about themselves. You are a living proof. You are a living example. So thank you so much for inspiring a lot of people who have weight and they feel they cannot do it, but you have given them hope. So thank you once more again for coming on the show. But before I talk to you, I want to get to meet Robbie, who is a professional photographer. It's great to see my friend in his journey and how life, how he has transformed himself to where it is today. Rob, let's talk about your journey. Tell us about it. What really triggered you to take this journey? Tell us.
Well, to start it off, I had to take it back to 2019. It was November, and I was with Effy at her pageant and award ceremony, and I was up for pageant photographer of the year, and I was up against really tough candidates that were in the group, and I bet them. I won the award. I accepted the award. I got one of the judges to for John melted us out to take the photo for me, and when I viewed the photo, I realized, I was like, oh my God, Robbie, you're huge. My weight was literally spiraling at this time, out of control. I was just, I was drinking liters of fizzy drinks a day. I was constantly eating out of takeaways, and I was slowly eating myself and killing myself to death. And that was a turning point. I came home that night, I cried myself to sleep that night. And I said, Rob, what are you doing to yourself? And then I was determined to start the process. I said, okay, I'll give myself Christmas, and then I'll start fresh in the new year. And then I sat down with my mom, sat down with my dad, said, listen, the Coke has to go, the takeaways have to go, have the clean eating from here on in to get the weight down. Otherwise, you'll be burying me before I'm 40. And I said that to me. That conversation happened on the 5th of January 2020, and on the 9th of January, my mum had died of a massive heart attack, brought on with from high cholesterol, and basically the heart wasn't able to basically take the pressure anymore of her weight. Now, even though she was only nearly 16 stone, the weight, she was a small woman that the weight didn't suit her. So that didn't, I said, right, that does basically sent my determination even greater. My sister flew in over from Australia home for the funeral, and after the funeral, I literally broke down. I was crying. I was upset. And with my sister being worried, then she brought me to the doctor, and doctor gave me a checkup. Gave me bloods. All the bloods came back great. There was no sign of diabetes, no high cholesterol thing. They just said, you're overweight. You need to get the weight down. So I said, right, well then, that's when I joined Slimming World, and then I was watching Effy's journey and looking at her results, and I'm like, oh my God, she looks absolutely amazing. And I was so proud of how she had transformed her life, because at that stage I knew she was determined to get back to go over to Australia and things. She wanted to change her life anyway.
Yeah.
And so I was hemming and hawing, do I get a new computer for me, my photography business, or do I look after myself and my health?
Yeah.
And I was looking at, like, going back in 2015, 16, my family were actually saying to me, would you not get the band? Now, looking back then to now, I'm saying I'm so glad that I didn't get the band, because I probably wouldn't be where I am now. We're having the band, then I am now after having the gastric sleeve. So done a lot of research, done a lot of ask questions. As I said, I was constantly on the phone to Effy in relation to asking questions about the surgery, asking like what you can eat then after yes having it, and then things. So I was aiming for the end of 2020. I was aiming for the mid-November to end of October, beginning of December, and I was looking at this between March and May, doing the research of the sleeve, and I just said with then COVID hit. Now, like with COVID, I could have given up my thing. I could have been just comfort eating, just basically doing not like. I'm 39 in these next month there, Chris, and I never really exercised compared to where I am now.
Yeah.
And what I think I was embarrassed that I was a scout leader as well, and as a scout leader, you're like a role model to the younger crowd.
True.
And basically, being overweight and being unable to basically go on hikes with them, or going on up half the mountain and just saying, oh, you can go on the rest of the way with the other leaders, I'm staying here. Yeah. It was embarrassing. So that was also because I had to give up the scouts, because I said, right, my health isn't the best. There's no point in me being in the scouts at the moment. I told that to myself, but I didn't tell them why I actually left. I told them it was for college reasons and everything, but I think they knew deep down.
Yeah.
But so I done all the research that I could, and then I said with COVID hit, I was out of basically photography had taken a dive because you couldn't do all between weddings and events. Everything was just
kind of
cancelled.
There, exactly.
And then I work in a warehouse as well, so that was basically gone as well. So I said, right, I'm out of work. Why don't I looking at booking the surgery early? So I contacted at that time Effy wasn't the coordinator, so I contacted Basak, which was Effy's coordinator as well. Absolutely amazing woman as well. Like to have Basak and Effy side by side with me at the moment on my journey, it's just been amazing.
Yeah. Rob, well done to you. Why don't you just hold on one second? Let me bring Effy in as well. Effy, I know you know much about what Robin was going through because you're an ambassador of this journey and you started it, so you know the in and out, so it's a great thing. I know I've asked you before when you've been on the show about your experience, you know, why did you choose this journey? After you've experienced it and you say Robin going through this process, what was the first thing that hits your mind?
I was just so proud of Robbie to actually take the step to put himself first and put his health first. I know Robbie a long time, and I could see the sadness in his eyes back in November 2019. I could see he wasn't happy, and with everything that was going on in his life, to put himself first was just the most amazing feeling ever. And the fact that he came to me and he trusted me and just took my guidance along the way, and like, look where he is now. He's just smashed his journey. I'm very proud of him.
Super. I mean, that is the beauty of this whole thing, is someone have to step up and others will follow, you know. And when people talk about weight loss, you know, someone put on weight and stuff like that, they said in the parable, they said the shoe you wear is only you that knows it, you know. No one knows it unless you kind of wear it, then you understand what the other person is going through, you know. And also with all the effort you guys are putting in, you're still getting some kind of negative backlash from people for who I don't know. Do you guys know why the reason people, or not everybody, but some people kind of taking a toll on you guys?
Yeah, I think it's just because they say, quoting, they're taking the easy way out. And by no means going under surgery for 2 hours is taking the easy way out. You're actually removing almost the entire part of your body in your stomach, like 90% of your stomach is taken away. So that's the first step, which is a huge decision to make. And then like you've the weight loss journey itself. So just because you've been given a tool to lose the weight, it doesn't mean it's going to magically disappear the fat off your body. You're going to have to work for it. So since you have the surgery, then you have to follow your diet plan. So for 12 months straight, I was so strict, 100%. I would not touch a fizzy drink. I wouldn't have bread. I wouldn't have sweets, chocolate, ice cream, none of that stuff. And then you obviously introduce your cardio and your exercising as well. So it is a really hard battle, and that's before you even go to the mental side of things. You know, you need to figure out what's going on in your head. So you need to figure out why have I got an eating disorder? I'm addicted to food. So, you know, I need to figure out how I'm going to avoid these problems. What's my triggers? And I do find when I joined Slimming World 3 months after my gastric sleeve surgery, it was the best decision I ever made for myself, because they gave me the tools to learn how to cook in a healthy way, learn how to mentally, you know, battle with how I was feeling, and the fact that I was able to speak out about it to other people, and they understood then as well, because they were going through the same journey themselves, and to have that support as well, it was really good. So very happy I joined Slimming
Well,
World.
sure, to be very honest with you, I'm very proud to be seeing you guys like this. I mean, at the stage, one have to make some effort, you know, and you all guys really put the effort. Rob, I come back to yourself, you know. How do you feel mentally, you know, going through this process? How do you feel?
Been like at this when the like how can you put it? Sorry, I saw my counsellor. Like with losing my mum, I said, right, I need to see a counsellor due to grieving. So before I flew over to Turkey, I knew I was making a massive life-changing decision. Because basically I was removing an 80% of a vital organ in my body. And I was like, when I was telling my dad that like basically it's removing 80% of your stomach, and you're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, it's 8. And he's like, well, do you have, like, he was like, do you have to actually have it? I said, Dad, like, it's something that I want. And I said, just remember, I said, it will help me with my weight loss journey. I still have to keep to my diet plan and restrict meals and that, but it will help me massively with controlling my weight. And he's been so proud. Like I think I'm, like, as I said, I'm 39. I think I've only heard him twice in 39 years that I've heard the words out of his mouth, I'm so proud of you. And that was at my graduation from graduation at photography, and on this journey, like it's been a roller coaster. So like mentally you have to be prepared. Because like there's so many, like if you're not mentally focused and you're not, like Effy will tell you, like she said to me there going before, I said, I never met a person that is so mentally focused on this, that wants to have it, that is highly determined to go through with it. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, and I think Effy knows, I was a ball of nerves the night before I was flying out. My nerves just went skyrocketing. I had convinced myself I had COVID. My whole body temperature was stone cold. I was just, but as soon as I got to Army, my whole everything just calmed. Wow. It's just the nerves had gone. Everything was just I never met, like we could be here a week with stories I could tell you. Like,
I mean, of course, I know there are so many testimony in these, you know, because You know, because you're
But
inside, you know
yeah,
exactly what the testimony is for you. Can I come in
oh
very quick because of time? Yeah. Um,
yeah,
for viewers at home, I want them to understand one thing about when people have weight, I mean, they put on weight. I want you guys to explain to them what you carry in terms of when you put on weight. Say, for example, as I am slim, there's a way I can walk very fast, right? Compared to you who put on weight that
Yeah.
would walk, you know. Can you kind of elaborate that? Make it clear because sometimes people just take advantage of because, like you mentioned, oh, you just want to take something out of you. But there's a difference between when you were slim and when you were you're fat, if it's okay for me to use the word, and then
Yeah.
you're trying to balance these two. They're never gonna be the same. So can you just break that part down a bit more for us, please? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in the morning, like you're getting up out of bed and you have to drag yourself up because you've had a terrible night's sleep. And you're getting up. And for me, I was to put on my socks. I could never put on my left sock. I used to
Mm,
be able to get my kids to put my socks on for me. So
mm,
that was the beginning of it, you know, like I was just so obese, I couldn't bend over to put them on.
yeah.
And then you're looking through your wardrobe and you're trying to figure out what will I put on today. Nothing is going to fit me. Everything is tight. So then you're stressing out over that.
Mm,
And then you're taking the kids to school and then you're worried about what people are thinking when they see you because you know you don't look the greatest and you have that mental thing going on in your head. And
mm.
then because of that, then you end up in a deli counter and you having your takeaway. And like it came to the stage where I was having deli for breakfast, a takeaway for lunch. In the evening, I'd have a Chinese, didn't care about what I was eating, but really worried about what others thought about me and how I was able to fit into my clothes. But to be around my children now after losing 11 stone and being able to put on my own socks, which is amazing, and
Yeah.
to be able to actually walk with my children on the beach and spend time with them and jump on the trampoline, like I never done that in my
Wow.
life. Little things like that.
Yeah,
But it's amazing. It's an
it's
amazing feeling.
amazing. And
Yeah.
also, you also mentioned about, I wish I'll bring Robin on that part as well. When you're talking
Mhm.
about the mental health, when you think about what people would think about you,
Yes,
would that be the most damaging part about it? You walk
it
past
really
somebody
is.
or someone look at you in a different look. How do you
Mhm.
feel when you get this kind of expression? Maybe I'll bring Robin down quickly, very
yeah.
quick.
Like the like I personally, I've never done basically these kind of blogs or videos or anything like that on Facebook or Instagram. And since I started my journey, my confidence and my mentality has literally risen. Like it's back to
Wow.
where it was going back years ago.
Hmm.
Whereas as an overweight person, like I'd walk to the store and I'd walk to the shops and I'd walk back, which basically is literally 500 yards from my house,
Hmm.
and I'd be out of breath, and
Hmm.
I'd be panting, and the sweat be coming from my face. And now I'm with the weight dropping off, I'm out walking. I'm like they posted up there on my Facebook page there last week. It's I'm back out on my bike for the first time in over 12 years.
Wow.
Like to be free and on the road.
Yeah.
Like I've always been in anywhere I've even gone, Chris. It would be in the car, or
Yeah.
even if it was just around the corner, I jump in the car and I get criticised. Oh, gee, you're only going around the corner. Would you not walk around? And I'd be like,
Mm.
no, I have the car there. Why would I? And they said, well,
Mm.
that's the lazy option. And it was the lazy option. But now, anywhere I go, the car's parked up in the car in the driveway, and I'm
Just
going
go out
walking,
straight
I'm going
away.
cycling. Like
Mm.
all I'm saying is, the sooner the better. The swimming pool's open up and go back swimming.
Well done,
but
Rob.
but that was also one of my turning point, though, Chris. Sorry, it was like I was in a gym, and like we were talking about body shaming, people body shaming it.
Yeah.
Like people go to a gym to basically do something about their weight and about their health.
Mm.
And I was in a local gym in my area, and I was body shamed. I was going into the hypotherapy pool after doing a little workout, doing a bit of a swim, and I wanted the bones to just relax then. And I had a group of girls that were basically making comments and snittering, and it put me off going to the gym. And I've now, since I'm with a gym at the moment from the Coolock area, and they do at the moment they've done online gym training sessions and workouts, and they've been amazing the last 4 weeks and all. And they've been very, very supportive as well. So that's another transformation. That's like when you get the weight down, you can actually start doing things that you couldn't do when you were overweight.
Of course,
as if you were saying, tying your shoelaces or putting on socks.
It's a lot. I can imagine. Effy, can I put you back in there? Like Robin just mentioned there, you know, you can put on what you want now. You can do things yourself. And most times you see when you put on some of your clothes on, you put your hats, you put on some other different stuff. How do you feel yourself now compared to the way it was before, where you struggle to put on things? How do you feel now?
It feels so amazing. Like I can't describe. If I was doing a TV interview previously, we'd say 2 years ago, I would struggle for like an entire week to figure out what am I going to wear on TV, what would make me look slimmer. You know, today I literally ran upstairs, took something off the hanger, threw it on, and I was like, I'm grand. I'm grand. But I have to say, Chris, honest to God, like this is Armet, and this is where it all started, the hospital in Turkey. And I'm actually now the Irish coordinator for this hospital, so I take all the bookings for patients, which is wonderful, and it's been a fantastic journey. And if anybody would like any information, any help with anything, you're more than welcome to email me. My email is effy@armethospital.com if you'd like to put that somewhere. And I'm available.
I mean, we would love to do that, you know, send that to us as well, so we can just put that information as well. I mean, this is the beauty of what we're talking about on the show. There's always going to be someone who's going to lead the road as an ambassador. And look at Robin today, because I take a look at your photo this morning, to be very honest with you. There was one you took where you kind of showed your belly and the side, and there's another one you took again. And then when I look at Effy's one as well, and I'm like, my goodness, this is transformation. This is unbelievable. I mean, that's why I asked the question. I said, how you work? You know, if you're going to the shop, you're going to your car, you're going to events, or you're going to other places. What do you carry with you? How do you think people will look at you, especially these days that people don't mind their business? People always talk about you. Go on, Robin.
Yeah, personally for me, I've been in the photography industry for nearly gone on 12 years now.
Yeah.
And I'm in the pageant industry got some 10 years. And as a photographer, and being overweight, I wasn't, me personally, I did some of the pageants and events that I would do would be from friends or family. But if you're doing a wedding and you're going in and your trousers are baggy, they don't sit on you properly, everything looks baggy, you know, it doesn't give me personally, it wasn't giving a good impression to the clients.
Yeah.
Whereas now the weight has come down, I look better, I feel better, and I look better in clothes.
You look absolutely better, far better, Robin. I must say.
I think I sent you a photo of a photo. I think it was one of the first photos. I was wearing black trousers and black jeans, black short.
Yeah, I saw that one as well. Yeah.
Yes, that short. That was when I hit. That was when I was at my highest weight, which was like 26 and a half stone. Which was mind-boggling when I weighed myself that time. Right. And I weighed myself this morning, and I was 14 stone 2.5, and I was telling Effy, I said, "No, I'm not." And I think this is still maintaining, and then she said, "Well, it happens," and I said, and I think, but when I that short is in a box, it's not going anywhere, because just tell that shirt not to ever come back again. It's just the way it is, and do that way, and keep your journey. Just before we wrap this up, Effy, can I come back to you very quick? We have less than a few minutes to run out of here, about 2 or 3 minutes and we'll wrap up. Miss Diamond Cork, you're still currently representing that. Is that correct? Yeah?
That's correct, yeah. So I'm actually off to Southampton in August representing Cork.
Okay.
And if I win, fingers crossed, I go to Las Vegas next year representing Ireland. So yeah, it's the Miss Diamond pageant.
Well done to that. Guys, before we wrap up the show, I want to say thank you both for coming on the show. I know that everything people have said out there, look, I think for my own support for you guys is don't look at what people say about you, because at the end of the day, you are in your journey. You know what you want. You know what makes you feel happy. You know what makes you feel comfortable. And I can assure you, there is nobody who does not have problems, or who does not have issues, or who does not have a cobwebs in their wardrobe. Everyone has them. It's not because they don't come out to say. But keep on doing what you guys do. Keep on staying positive. Keep on being the ambassador for other people, and keep doing what you do best. Is that good?
That's great. Thanks for having us.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
guys.
us.